Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share and support the platform. 2019, go down to Car Marshall while you are trying to select a car from their inventory of over 100,000 different cars. They will back you. While you shop, they will negotiate. CarMarshall.com. No longer do you need to go and buy separate products for your hair care needs, for your skincare needs. Keisha Rose Skincare has it all in one. And best part of all, if you go to Amazon.com/triple butter face body hair and use Paris at checkout, you will receive 20% off. Buy Triple Butter 3-in-1 moisturizer for all your face, body, and hair needs. Incense, candles, car fresheners, African black soap, body moisturizers, lip balm. Ashkickin.com has it all. Be sure if you go to ashkickin.com, use Paris One at checkout to receive 15% off. Hey you guys, shout out to my subby Mal. She sent me an email regarding some more information about Murda Mook. A couple days ago, there was a sit-down interview with Yes Julz and Murda Mook, and he was completely caping for her. And recently, there have been some tweets that have resurfaced, and it would explain why he went above and beyond to protect his sacred white Beckiella. So if you guys want to hear more about what he had to say in the tweets, definitely stay tuned for the video. So a lot of people are asking the question of who is Yes Julz. Basically, she is a nobody. So she has been known for trying to troll black people, and more specifically black women, where she'll try to make these statements where she feels as though she is superior to black women and that we're just hating on her. For example, these tweets like this. She says, "It's a guarantee in any situation. I walk in a room with a group of girls. Room has men from every ethnicity. Black men beeline straight to Julz." Then she puts in quotes, "Black girls don't like me because black men do." Then she goes on to say, hashtag white thoughts. Dang, why do all these black girls hate me? I've been so nice. Walks out club with light-skinned dude. Now the thing is that in this interview that she did bring up these tweets and tried to write it off as her being young. And then she tried to say that she just did it because of the hashtag that was going on back then. And then when they spoke more about it, she went on to say, well, she doesn't really remember. So clearly she is a deceptive person. And if you notice, majority of the time, she constantly has our names in her mouth. When we're not even discussing her, checking for her, we're not even bothered by her, but yet she makes it a point to always mention us. So in 2016, she was trolling black people like usual, and she posted up this shirt that says N-words lie a lot. People flamed her for it. They jumped on her. They dragged her. She didn't learn her lesson there. You know, she tried to give a half-baked apology for it.
I wanted to come on here and say that I made a huge mistake yesterday and did something really dumb. And I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I understand completely that I fucked up, and that word is not something that I should ever be associated with in any context, in any way, shape, or form.
And this year she pulled the same stunts where she had this little trash rap that she did in a room that had black people there, and she was actually sitting beside Soulja Boy, and he just kind of sat there while she did this very racist rap where she basically tried to imply that black people kill each other, and just because skin ain't black and her A is fat, people are calling her a culture vulture. So I want to play that clip for you guys as well.
You know, let me start snapping on my on your neck, should have never let me in Miami like Cali. All I do is win. My feelings are hurting. Bloated. They walking around gloated. Their children are loaded. Small royalties afford the chains. Just from floated. Ooh. Never wanted a range or needed nice things. Yeah. Just want to see all my mains growing. Yeah. Never been one for the fame. Just keep my head down and stay never not working. Yeah. Because my ass is fat and my skin ain't black. I'm the vulture that they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. Not really.
The reason why she's been able to get into these positions is because you have so many black men in the industry who have vetted her, like Wiz Khalifa, Travis Scott, Dr. Dre, Kanye West, LeBron James, who people have made allegations that they've had some sort of intimate relationship. All of these black men have allowed her to propel her platform because they look past her racist ways and they consistently try to invite her to the cookout. So this leads us to a couple days ago. So she did this podcast on this show called Easily Offended that has Movie Matt Biscuit and a rapper by the name of Murda Mook. I know about him because of the URL rap battles. Shout out to Irregular Man, Irregular Dreams. He's actually how I got into it. You should go and check out his channel, go and support it. He does recaps on their battles. I know about him by way of the URL competitions and stuff. I would see him there. And on this podcast, she was basically trying to do damage control about racist things that she said in the past, and she basically tried to throw shots at black women who are in the entertainment industry that don't want her at certain events, and she tried to make it appear as if they didn't have basis for it. These people have legitimate concerns because this girl has showed that she has racist actions, and who would want somebody like that to be able to receive all of this money basically off of trolling black people, but knowing that she has disdain for the people that she's promoting for. In the interview, Murda Mook, his name should be Murda Spook because he was acting like a freaking buck dancing, boot licking, yes massa, no massa, you want me to lick you behind massa lassie type of coon, and it was so hard to watch. And like I told you guys in the beginning, one of my subs sent me some tweets that he made before in the past, and I want to read you some of these tweets before I show you some of the clips of how much he was acting like a complete animalistic idiot on this podcast. So here's what he had to say in the past. So he says, white girls, I love you all. Somebody made a tweet where they were referencing what Kanye West had to say, and they said, when you get on, you leave her A for a white girl. And then Murda Mook said, yeah, I'm leaving her stankin' A for a snow bunny. And then he goes on to say, ain't nothing like drunk white girls the first day of college. And then he makes some statements about black women saying, the reason I say this is because drunk black girls get too aggressive and want to fight. Drunk white chicks get emotional and want to F. Now it's going to be really hilarious if people use these tweets to get him stirred up into some Me Too movement, because the way he's making it sound is like he's attracted to these women that are not in the right state of mind to give consent because he likes the drunk white girls. Mark my words that this tweet is probably going to put the nail in the coffin for him. Here's the clips to add insult to freaking injury, and I must warn you, it is really, really hard to sit through and watch this, but I'll come back with the rest of my commentary after you see these clips.
Yeah, happy ending? Exactly. You been to Bali? Yeah, it's amazing.
Happy ending? I hate those. I had a happy ending.
It was unhappy?
Yeah, yo, shout out to my wife. Yo, she gave me, yo, for my birthday, nah, man. I'm like, yo, she like, yo, what you want for your birthday? I'm like, yo, you know what? I want a happy ending. Like one of those. She's like, all right. Like, I thought them shits was fake. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out them shits, they exist. Every time I go to massages and shit, I don't get one. That's why when they turn me over, my shit be like all the way up. It's about time. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna touch it? But they always just be like, no, it's okay, it's okay. But anyway, like, so the shit, I go there.
Oh, sorry.
Shit is, if y'all don't go. Unless I went to the wrong one, but like, they all fast and shit. Like, you know what I mean? They, hurry up, you like. I'm like, what?
You felt rushed.
Yeah, it wasn't right.
About the whole shit, I'm about to come down to Miami, so he's like, yo, I got these new screen print tees. Like, do you want to wear any of them when you're hosting the festival? And
it's always business.
He sends me a picture of a T-shirt. This is DJ Made Kids from Miami that said ninjas lie a lot, right? But it's like N-I-G-G-A-S, lie a lot. I'm not thinking, right?
That's it right there?
Anything. That's it right there. I tweeted the shirt.
I want to pause this part really fast because I want to bring something to your attention. So if you notice that when she's talking, she totally is looking over the fact that she did not say, should I wear this? As if she needs some suggestions. She's asking, is she allowed to wear it? Which denotes that she knows it's wrong for her to even speak of the word. She's looking for black people to give her the green light to wear it. That just shows you right there. Anything that she said in this interview, she's lied throughout this interview. You have to take what she says with a grain of salt. Let me continue with the clips.
People feel that I should not be in certain positions that I'm in this community or culture.
Oh, you can say their names and shit on here. That's what I'm saying.
Scotty Beam, Karen Civil. A lot of people feel that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. It should be them instead. But we all do very different things. Me and Karen do not do the same thing. I don't give a fuck about doing dinners at Louis Vuitton. I don't give a fuck about doing a radio show every single day. My interests are different from Scotty's. My interests are different from theirs, you know?
Just to ask a clarifying question there, like, do you think that you did anything before that to give them a reason?
So,
or
yeah, so here I'm gonna give, so when I was 19, there was, you remember, there was the hashtags Black Thoughts and White Thoughts. Remember people used to go in on the hashtags? It was like, White Thoughts.
Dug up like some old tweets.
So people dug up some old tweets from when I was 19, where I said, White Thoughts, and I was literally making fun of white women who feel that black women do not like them because they date black men.
White thoughts.
But I was, I'm like, White Thoughts.
Just say it. I'm very good at making.
So I'm like, White Thoughts, like, oh, black women don't like me because black men do. But that was like.
Don't but just say it. No, just say it.
So that was the tweet.
All right, say it again.
Black women don't like me because black men do was the hashtag White Thought tweet.
And what was your black thought?
I didn't do that.
Well, that's where you fucked up. You should have did a black thought, kinda.
Or I don't even remember because I was 19. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, you should have did a black thought.
I love women, period. And I specifically respect and love and admire black women, who to me are the strongest women that I know. So
bitches is annoying too, but I'm just letting you know from my shit.
Oh, I wasn't tapping to that, by the way. Let's not even like take a...
Here's the thing, with black people, it's like we're allowed to be racist. it's like this kind of like underlying shit. Like we could hate white people all the way to the end of time. So when we say like grandparents and shit, like fucking crackers and shit, like they just do that shit. It's like, yo, we allowed to be racist. With you, like, so when you say you were 19 though, right? I can understand, like, when you say that, black women don't like me because white women do. Even though you didn't say that, right? I mean, even though that's somebody else, whatever.
No, she said that.
Okay,
that
white
was a
thoughts.
tweet.
Yeah, that was white thoughts.
Yeah, that's like,
but I actually thought that was funny. You know
and
what
I
mean?
gave on a silver platter reasons for them to have ammo. You know what I mean? By tweeting that, by just making them
But you didn't know that. You didn't know that you were even gonna be this in whatever position you were gonna be in. You know what I mean? Like you didn't know that. I can't blame. To be honest, I'm not. You know, even the niggas, the shirt. I would be cool with you saying nigga.
That rhyme that you said, once you said, because my skin is
fat.
not.
But she's Spanish.
But here's the thing. But people don't
No.
want
She's
it to be
Spanish. She's not even white.
But people don't want to.
No. Her skin. Look.
But listen. What color?
Are you Spanish?
I'm sorry.
You
what
Spanish?
color is Fat Joe?
Are you Spanish?
I'm Puerto Rican and Italian.
Then you black. Period.
I do not say the word. I do not type the word. When I was little,
If you're Puerto Rican.
there's probably sometime when I was like 12 or some shit in middle school when I was with my friends, and I probably said like, "Oh, yo, what's up?" Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, they going
And
back to get those.
When I got
There's
older,
actually a video. You bring that up. There was something that came up that they said they had footage of you saying N-word yes casually in the past. That was when that came up.
So here's the thing. So I don't say it. I don't choose to say it. I stay away from it. That's just not my place to say it. He decided to go make a whole the Yes Julz debacle podcast for 45 minutes where he said and claimed that I got surgery because I want to look like a black woman. And that's what he said in his podcast. So from there, that really snowballed the whole narrative of Yes Julz wants to be XYZ or is XYZ. So first of all, I've never had surgery in my life. My body is my body. I've had my body this way. I don't believe in altering myself. God made me perfect. I'm perfect. That's it. Second of all, I don't have no problem with people who get surgery. There's Spanish women who get surgery. There's black women who get surgery. All kinds of women who get surgery. I think it's dangerous.
White women who get surgery.
And white women who get surgery, yeah. It's dangerous.
They started, it's just the most. They the most.
Yeah, 100%. So I get the...
So here's what Karen Civil and Scotty Beam had to say after this deplorable interview. So Karen Civil said, "I'm not sure if you bumped your head before your interview, but I never spoke on you doing Rolling Loud. I could care less what opportunities are given to you because your blessings are not my blessings. I've been nothing but cordial to you." And then Scotty Beam said, "I have to keep this simple because I have work to do. Everyone knows you slept your way into this industry. Secondly, Yes Julz, where are you? I'm in Newark. I'm also in Jersey City on Fridays. I'm in the city all the time. Send me your pin now. You and your black friends." So here's what Yes Julz had to say when someone said black women supreme though. "I love, respect, and admire black women. They have it the hardest out of all of us. I acknowledge my privilege as a Hawaii and Hispanic woman. I did not say anything negative about Karen, Scotty, or Venus. I simply answered Mook's question when he asked, who calls you a culture vulture?" Now notice how she tries to throw that back onto him for him to accept accountability, that I didn't say anything negative. Yes, you did. You know what you said was shady, and even the tone in which you were describing it was very hostile. So then she responded in terms of what Scotty Beam said and said, "Also, I don't have to drop a dang pin because my whereabouts are always on display. I'm very easy to find. See you in Austin." The last person's tweets that I'm going to read is Murda Spook's tweet. So he said, "Since we on this F the white man ish, all y'all quit y'all jobs tomorrow. Stop helping the corporations owned by the white man. Profit off," I think he didn't say off, but he says off y'all hard work." And then he went on to say, "Black people always pro-black until it's time to help another black person. Miss me with all that fake ish. Everybody hate the white man until the rent due. Suck a D." That interview was absolute trash. It was probably the worst interview that I've ever had to try to sit through to get some of the information on what I needed to talk about. Yes Julz has made a career out of trolling black people. It didn't make sense for her to go onto this podcast almost 2 months later after she made that stupid racist rap in front of Soulja Boy because it was already dead. People had forgot about her. But she wanted to incite more outrage from black people by coming on this podcast, playing the victim, trying to act like she did nothing wrong, trying to justify what it is that she said. She already said she's not gonna apologize for it, so all them fake apologies that she's been giving, you already know that it was trash. Some of our men will sit back and just allow these women to embarrass us constantly on a regular basis. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's just celebrity black men. No, because we see black women are getting effed up on the job, in public, and some of y'all have the ability to help, but instead you'll rather record on World Star or you just do nothing at all. But when it comes to black people trying to talk trash about a non-black person in the presence of a non-black person, they don't tolerate that. See, if the tables were reversed and Yes Julz was a black woman trying to trash white women in front of that white man, he would have never allowed that. He would have probably tried to, use his little passive aggressive ways to check her, but he wouldn't tolerate that. But you can always count on the darkest man on the panel that's gonna sit there, be so subservient, be so apologetic. She didn't even offer an apology, and he's just going out of his way to protect this innocent, docile white woman who would be a pivotal figure in ensuring that he gets locked the F up, charged with rape, lied on, have his kids killed, all these other things that can occur on the basis of her having this white skin, and he's going out of his way to protect her as if she needs any more protection than the one that she already has from this society that her men have been able to provide for her. The part that really gets me is the fact that Murda Mook has a black wife, according to him, and they also have a daughter. You have a black wife and a black daughter, and you get on a public platform, completely defile them. You have disgraced your entire lineage. You got up there excusing every effing thing. Anything that you've built up to this point, it just doesn't even matter anymore. This instance has overshadowed every single blood, sweat, and tear that you have put into that battle rap career of yours, because you are going to forever be remembered as the only dark-skinned man on this panel that was so intent on protecting your beloved Lassie from any sort of repercussions that she was going to get from the black community. I mean, even when you see the white man that was sitting there, he wasn't even going as far as he was. He made it a point to kind of try to stay neutral, stay on topic, and Murda Mook was so intent on trying to prove to her, as if he wanted to like book a date with her or something, that he's not like those other blacks out there, and even trying to say black people are racist, making up all these false narratives. Black people don't sit around calling white people crackers and all that kind of stuff. Black people also cannot be racist. Black people do not have the power to racially oppress or deny anybody a quality of life based upon their race. We are subjugated people, therefore you cannot subjugate another race when you don't have the power to do so. Also, the part that got me was him trying to put, we're all mixed, she's black, she has, and she's like, no, I'm not. Don't put that on me. Even in the tweet, she said, I know I have a privilege, black women have it the hardest. Why the freak are you trying to go out of your way to prove that she's not a racist, and when this woman is telling you to your face, I'm not black, don't say that. He's, no, you're black. She's effing Spanish. There's white Hispanics, there's black Hispanics. This idiot is just showing why they love to get a person like him on a panel, because they're just going to completely deflect of any valid issues that black people have, and they're basically going to use the sexual attraction that they have to these white women in order to blind them from using any sort of logic. This is going back to what I was telling black women on why you should not date black men who are habitual swirlers and who lust after white women. See, the thing is that when they get into relationships with us, when they know that they really want to be with a white woman and they lust after them getting into a relationship with us, you are always going to be cheated on with non-black women, because realistically he settled for you. He really didn't want you. He didn't want to start no family with you. I think in this case he probably had a baby with her, and it's just like, well, I'm stuck, let me just get married. But realistically, he didn't have the money to be able to afford a nice comfortable lifestyle for a white woman, so he settled for a black woman. In the battle rap industry, they don't make as much as a mainstream rapper would, and that's not to say that he's broke or anything, but he doesn't make the amounts that a Wiz Khalifa or a Travis Scott or a Kendrick Lamar would make. And unfortunately, black women have adopted this mindset that it doesn't matter how much our men make, even though we know when it comes time to them dating non-black women, they seem to find all this money in the world and provide for them. But with us, we will accept our men if they just make average, or if they don't have as much as we do. You already have a woman here that you owe child support to, and you're in this genre that doesn't make millions like that, so he had no choice. He knows the type of women that he wants is a squawking bird like a Julz, and the fact that black women ignore signs like that is disturbing to me. This is how we always find ourselves in situations where our self-esteem is just completely obliterated because we do not properly vet these men. Even in the clip where I showed you where he said, his wife got him a happy ending or whatever, what woman in her right state of mind would be okay with her man doing something like that when he has you at home? To know that he went on this panel seeming that he has more loyalty for this white woman than he does his effing wife and protecting her image and her virtue, that to me spoke more volumes than anything. Murda Mook is one of those black men the black women need to completely cancel, and black women also need to cancel Yes Julz as well. It's more than enough signs that she has racist tendencies. She doesn't give a F about you. She never did. She's not the cool white girl who talks with the ghetto slang. She needs to be completely blackballed to where she can't even walk into a freaking club without y'all making her feel uncomfortable. And I say this because there was this black woman on Twitter that was interacting with her, and here's what she had to say. So she tried to post a receipt of her talking to Ebro. This black woman says, listen, this receipt means nothing. Just go live with me and let me hash this out for you as a black woman. It's okay to learn about our struggles so you can be welcomed with open arms. Rethink before you tweet. And then Julz says, I'm happy to. Let me know when and where. I will even broadcast it on our station. You are the first to invite me to have the convo. The last I said yes to backed out because she was afraid of what her peers would think. She said, I'll DM you because we have to stop this ish. As women, we need each other. And if you don't understand our struggles, I'll walk you through that. Black women, this is the type of idiotic, brainless, dumb ish I'm talking about. Stop trying to explain to these people your struggle. They know your struggle. They participate in making sure that you struggle. They have a blueprint and they've calculated each way to ensure that you always have to struggle on the basis of you being black. And more specifically, if you're a dark-skinned black woman, you have it even worse than everybody else. So the fact that you think you have to explain to this white woman who's had more than enough experience and explanations and teachings, algorithms, and she's been under the tutelage of her white supremacist ancestors to show her how to put you through the struggle, you mean to tell me you're that stupid to think that you need to explain to her what type of struggle that you're going through, and you're still buying into the whole we're all women need each other? White women are intelligent in knowing that they are not gender first. They've only sold that bullcrap narrative to black women, and black women have been so desperate for allies that we fall for it hook, line, and sinker. They're race loyal first, which is why they're able to practice these manipulative tactics on you, and they're able to monetize off the same very thing that you naturally have, which is culture. And they don't have no culture. Their culture consists of colonizing, which means stealing other people's culture, and they adapt to it. But with you, you have culture, and you can't even go out here and promote and host and get all these black men to vet you. And you mean to tell me this white woman who's 29, almost 30 years of age, has to be told about your struggle? Come on, black women. The solution here is to cancel Julz, and not just canceling her by spreading a hashtag. Don't go to her events. Don't go to her parties, her clubs, anything that she's at. Don't go spend your money. For Spook, the same thing. If he's at a URL event or he's hosting somewhere or he's showing up, don't go spend your effing money. The best way to move in this situation is don't spend your money. Every little sale matters with these type of people. So the fact that you don't go out, you're not retweeting any albums they have, you're not retweeting any artists that they support, you are able to show with your actions that you won't tolerate them. But the more black women want to get brownie points and black men want to get brownie points sitting by, like this happy Dusty Coon here. Yes, Julz far from a racist, and I'm not saying that because she got a fat ass. I met her once at the market joint she had at her place. Heck of down to earth, folks. Man, sorry this is happening to you. When you get ashy, funky, Dusty Coons like this is why she consistently is able to get away with this stuff. You met her one time and you could deduce from that one time that you interacted with her that she's not a racist. Y'all better stop this bullish fast. That's how these people are able to continue on this career that they have of trying to uplift themselves over black women and black people. We don't have a penal system for their actions. So anyway, you guys, please let me know what you think about his tweets. Do you feel as though he still feels that same way? Me personally, I'm not going to say, oh, they were 8 years old or 9 years old or 10 years old. His actions to this day still holds truth that that's actually how he feels towards these white women. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.